Good morning, YouTube. This is Bonnie, Old Soul Mermaid, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new to this channel, we do tarot unboxings, flip-throughs, and discuss tarot topics, all through the lens of a 53-year-old ex-Mormon. So with that in mind, I'm going to do an unboxing of the second deck I got in my little Hay House sale order, and it is Messages from the Mermaids. And if you saw my previous video of the spellcasting oracle cards, that was the other deck that I got. And each deck was just $10 because their entire site was 50% off, and that happened last week. I think they do that once or twice a year. And so I limited myself. If you saw my other video of decks that are leaving my collection, most of those decks were Hay House decks. And they were decks that no longer really resonated with me. I no longer used, or I kind of outgrew. So there wasn't a ton on their site that, you know, really grabbed me. The only thing I was considering was getting another copy of the Muse Tarot. But instead I just limited myself to these two decks because the artwork intrigued me. So I'm going to be opening the deck, Messages from the Mermaids by Karen Kay, and artwork by Linda Olson. And this is a 44 card deck and guidebook. I usually like my decks to at least have, like my oracle decks, I'm thinking they should have, I like, 50, 53, but this deck and the other unboxing I did from this order, it also was a 44 card deck. So it's a nice sturdy box with the thumb cutouts. It's pretty minimal in its design. I think the other deck, the spellcasting oracle decks, was a little bit more lush. It was a matte. This is like a gloss, but this front artwork is just beautiful, and that's what attracted me to the deck. And you know me, anything mermaids, this Pisces girl loves. So with that in mind, I'm going to read the back of the box. Mermaids are the elemental guardians of the sea. They excel in matters of the heart and emotions and wish to share their watery wisdom with the human realm. This beautiful 44 card deck offers gentle yet direct solutions to any challenges you might be facing and will guide you to a more harmonious way of living. So dive into this mystical world, open your heart to the mermaids, and trust that miraculous transformation can happen. Very interesting, and it intrigues me. We'll put the box to the side, and yeah, nice little watery color palette inside the box. And it does have, it's not wrapped in plastic. It comes in a paper, wrapped in a paper band, which sometimes is not a good thing if it crunches the cards, and it does not look like it has. No gilding on the cards. And I'm pulling one up, and it is sticking to the card in front of it because it is a gloss. But look at these backs. They're so beautiful. The seashells, the blues, the greens, yeah. If you love mermaids, you're gonna love this. So it's a nice typical glossy cardstock. It's not super thick, so it should be easy to shuffle. It's about the same thickness as the spellcasting oracle cards, but that was a very matte finish, and this is glossy. So we are going to turn the cards over and start going through them. Abundance. This is beautiful. So right off the bat, we've got some diversity. which is nice. I just love the gold of her tail, her little seashell cover up, the treasure chest. I love the gold pops amongst the blue and the rays of light coming down. It's gorgeous. And you know what? I'm going to get down a little bit closer to make sure you can get the best possible view of the cards. Acceptance. Ask for help. I do like how it looks like she's getting ready to speak to the shell, like maybe it's her conduit or how she can call for help. It's just beautiful, and I love the way her hair blends. I don't know if this is all her hair or seaweed, but it's all blending together. It's beautiful. Awareness. So right off the bat, we hit some race diversity, and right here we're hitting some body diversity, and it is a fantasy deck, so I'm liking right off the bat that it isn't so, you know, just the typical fantasy body beautiful all white depiction. So that's good. Isn't she sassy? Oh, I just love her. Be spontaneous. So again, race and body diversity right off the bat. So kudos to the artist and the creator. Blessings. Beautiful. I'm assuming this is going to be pretty much a female-centric deck. Breaking free. I like how she's got the octopus's tentacles partially around her waist. Kind of a 8 of Swords feel to the, you know, compared to the tarot. Communication. The other thing I love in water are sea turtles. I love visiting I'm in Texas, so I love visiting the Sea Turtle Rescue in South Padre Island. Usually we go there in the summers to the beach, but not this year. It's about a 6-hour drive from where I'm at in Austin. Contemplation. Yeah, I really need those yearly trips to connect with the sea. I grew up in Southern California, about 5 miles from the beach. So yeah, being this far from the sea is really hard for this Piscean. Contentment. Sweet. Decisions. She does look like she's in a quandary of some kind. Yeah, the cards are sticking together, but I think that'll work itself out. Discernment. I don't know what she's discerning, but she's beautiful. Dive deep. I would probably like to see a mermaid actually diving, but she's kind of just sitting there, but I'll go with it. Dreaming. She does have a dreamy expression. Feelings. free spirit. I love the wildness of her hair. Her kind of sex kitten pose. With a kind of like I dare you look. Friendship. It almost looks like a mother and daughter here. She looks younger, but mother and daughters can have friendships too. Especially, it's more so when the daughters get older. Those teenage years sometimes can be contentious. Not for everybody. The future. Looks like she's looking into her bubble. She's scrying. Oh, so we do have a male figure, and he's conveying gentleness. That's interesting. I would say maybe a King of Cups kind of vibe to him. Definitely. Go with the flow. Easy to say, very hard to do sometimes. Gratitude. Guess mermaids have to show gratitude as well. Healing. I love this card. It's beautiful. Hope. There's a rainbow in the back. Her face reminds me of somebody, an actress. Oh gosh, can't remember her name. Not super well known, but somebody I've seen in a couple of things. Inner knowing. Innocence. Letting go. I'm trying to figure out what she's letting go of. I'm trying to see it in the image. I'm trying, you know, I try, with a lot of these oracle decks, sometimes there's just a phrase or meaning slapped onto the card that doesn't always correspond with the picture, or if you can't get it, the meaning from the picture, you know, I'll ascribe my own meaning, or it'll change depending on the reading I'm doing for myself or somebody else. Light. This is beautiful as well. All of the images are super, super beautiful. Love. So I would say here she is maybe depicting more self-love, which is really what you need to achieve before you can truly and fully love others or someone else. Because at first glance I was going, well, love, well, you would think maybe she could have another figure there with her, but no, I think this is good. You need to achieve some level of self-love before, yes, you can truly, fully give your heart to others and love others. So I like that. Magic. Got a Merlin type figure over here. Memories. She's got some sort of photos or painting or postcards. I didn't know mermaids had photos, but okay. Or maybe it's something that floated down from a ship. Kind of like the Disney's Ariel in her cavern of her collections and things that she's collected. Miracles. Well, if you actually come across a mermaid in the flesh, that would truly be a miracle, right? Move forward. Okay, we've got another male figure here. And it looks like he's growing out of his tail. He's transforming, moving on to something else. Or the reverse could be happening. He could have been a mortal and he's morphing into another being. Very interesting. Mystery. Patience. Oh, I love this. Yeah, the cards are sticking a little bit, as you can hear, as I pull them apart. I love the purples. Well, this deck does really, oh, I love this, positivity, create, and it kind of brings you into a world. It certainly does that. Re-energize. Looks like she's been through something, so now it's time to regroup. With the dark colors, moving away from dark, moving toward light, recognition, maybe she's fully coming into her own, recognizing herself, recognizing destructive patterns, truly recognizing the things that hold you back. Relaxation. Again, like I said with my walkthrough of the spellcasting oracle cards, it's like a visual feast, these cards. Some of the keywords I'm kind of like, okay, they were kind of like slapped on as an afterthought, but I think I can make it work. Solitude. And truth be told, I bought the deck basically, I had a feeling it was going to be kind of have this vibe to it, but I just wanted to buy it because it was Mermaids and it was 50% off. It was $10, so... Support. Very Three of Cups vibe to this card. It's gorgeous. You can see that. Very, very lush. Trust. Truth. So I guess this is kind of a full frontal. Her truth. This is me. This is who I am. I'm just trying to see how I could work with this, you know, with these kind of oracle decks where sometimes it does seem like the you know, the artwork is done first and then the keywords or phrases are slapped on afterwards. Turn away. maybe an 8 of Cups type feel. Turn away from what, or walk away, swim away from what no longer serves, what I'm trying to figure out. And this is the cover of the box. It's beautiful and what drew me to buy the deck. Waiting. This is gorgeous. So let's go back up a little bit. It's very sticky right now. It's actually not, it's overhand shuffling fairly well, you know, as you would expect. It's not the stickiest of cards that I've encountered, like some of the rock pools. But yeah, I think it'll be fine once it's worked through. As far as riffle shuffling, of course, because these are big oracle size, I'll do my little side shuffle, and they shuffle just fine. And working them in isn't so hard. Let's try that again. So you can see, yeah, they're fine. These are cut a little bit cleaner and nicer than the spell cards I got, but for 10 bucks. I do love the world that this brings you into. You could totally meditate on these, which is what I do. Yeah, I love it. You know, it is kind of like a typical Hay House offering, but I love the world that it brings me into, the place it brings me into. So I will use these. Probably just for myself, but once I work with them, I'll get a better idea of how they read. So a quick look at the guidebook. The guidebook is glossy. Does it have a table of contents? It does. So there's an introduction, The Mermaids and Me, The Wisdom of the Mermaids, about this deck and guidebook, how to work with your cards, bond with your cards, getting to know the cards, preparing for a reading, create a space, take a mermaid bath, protect and ground yourself, breathe love and light, practicing protection techniques, the golden fish cloak. Oh wow, there's all types of things in here. Are there any spreads in here? I didn't see it. Oh, there is. So the spreads in here, the present, past, present, future. And then there's a seashell spiral here, which is 7 cards, which is very, very cool. And there's also a starfish with 5 cards. Very cool. Now let's see what you get. So you get a small black and white picture of the card. You get a little saying and about the card. And what else is there? All right. So like the little message just right below the keyword. So this is abundance. Allow abundance to flow to you. The treasure is already yours. You only need to trust and be open to receive. You deserve this incoming abundance. And then it tells about the symbology of the card, and it goes a little bit deeper. And it does ask some questions. And do we get anything at the end? We get an about the artist and the author. Very cool. And there's a little picture of Karen Kay, the creator of the deck, not the artist. I do have issue. They should have pictures of the artist too, because, you know, without the artist, you don't have a deck. It should very much be more equal. Let me know what you think about that, because I do have issue with that, because I know it takes a special talent to write, but, you know, it takes a special talent to create this artwork, which is really what draws people to a deck, because we don't see the guidebook until afterwards. We don't read the writing and the messages in the guidebook till afterwards. We are attracted to the artwork in the deck, so I think that the artists, you know, should get more credit. You know, a picture, equal billing, you know. At least the artist is mentioned, you know, in small letters underneath the writer creator. So yeah, so let me know what you think. Do you have this deck? Is Mermaids something that you're attracted to? Underwater life? Let me know, and in the comments. And also, I would really like to know if you participated in the Hay House sale, and what did you get? Leave a comment below and let me know what you got, or if you are attracted to a deck like this. And I would love, if you are new to my channel, found any value, if you would hit a like, subscribe, and notification bell. I will be back very soon with another video. So bye for now. Hope you have the most wonderful of days.